Hello, I'm Damien, the Quite Rational Gaming Dad, and this is my playthrough of Battlefield Hardline. Here we see the opening screen. It's exciting. I like it. I don't actually like the Battlefield engine. If you were to compare Battlefield versus Call of Duty, I would say that the Call of Duty engine just works a lot better, a lot smoother, a lot more intuitive than the Battlefield engine. Battlefield 4 in particular, there were some glitches I found in that game that just made it unplayable. But Battlefield Hardline, I actually quite like the way they've made this game with this engine. So you see with this, I'm going to start a new game. I actually quite like the first level. The first level and I'll say the jailbreak level, without revealing any spoilers. They're my two favourite levels. So we'll take you through the intro.
Gaze upon this fine country of ours while you can, gentlemen. It's gonna be your last decent view for a long while.
Can I bring a camera?
Nicholas Mendoza. Shit. Guy like you's really gotta fuck up to land here with me.
You, might want to secure that weapon, Deputy, before one of these gentlemen takes it off you.
I always enjoy seeing dirty cops end up on my bus. It reminds me, the system works.
I'll give you a little spoiler. This scene is replayed about halfway through the game.
Enjoy the ride, Detective.
You kind of see why Detective Mendoza is in this situation in the first place. But we go right back to the beginning.
Alright, this is the one.
Dirty, dank apartment.
Shouldn't take very long. What do you say we bag these guys and go grab some lunch?
Yeah, okay. I know a decent Cuban place around the corner.
Cuban? Jesus Christ, Nick, you're in Vice now. I knew it worked better than beans and rice.
Seriously? Beans and rice. Why don't you let me order for you?
Here's an idea. I picked the place. Huh? I promise, you'll never go back to eating plantains ever again.
You ever had Cuban food?
I think you should take the lead this time, all right? Hit with authority, check your corners, find our guy, and we take him down before anyone even thinks about going for their gun.
Yeah, I've done this before.
And not with me, you haven't.
Now, being an Australian
let's
watching
roll. Use your big boy voice.
American police in action is quite interesting.
Police! We're coming in!
Obviously, the cultures are different.
Police! Get your hands where I can see them!
The way things are done are different.
Move back
So
and
I
away from the table!
can't say these guys are using too much or not enough force. B, you get to do things like shine a light in guys' faces.
No? Nick,
You know, harass them a little bit.
how about the light out of my face, yeah?
That you do.
Hey, do me a favor. Book the mouthy room first.
Okay. Keep those hands
So
on
you
your
gotta
head.
walk up
Turn around
to a
slowly.
guy, press the R3 button,
Slowly. Nice and easy.
take him down. Now the funny thing is, during the game, whenever you put an arrest on someone, as soon as you finish arresting them, they stay unconscious for how long? It's quite like I didn't know putting handcuffs had this magical ability to. Whoa, hello. Yikes. So you get your police issue revolver and shoot a few guys.
Jesus Christ! That got out of hand
Wow.
fast.
Okay.
What the fuck was that? You didn't check the door?
Hey, I'm the one making arrests. You're supposed
Here we
to
go.
watch the
Check the
room.
toilet. Fire a few
Check the
shots.
bodies. See if we can figure out what the hell they were up to.
A few $1,000 lying around. Yeah, so for some reason in this game, handcuffs have this magical
got?
ability to knock people out.
ID.
It's quite
Anyone
quite
you know?
funny.
Nope.
Like, yeah, if I was a bad guy being arrested, I'd kick and scream and all that. But yeah,
Yeah, there's nobody left to interrogate.
Hey, I was tired of burgers, so I got Cuban. Anybody hungry?
Hey, stop right there!
now I'm surprised they didn't actually shoot him.
I got him! Stay where you are! Hands up!
Yeah.
You're just making
With this
work!
part of the game, I deliberately went slowly because, yeah, it just leads to the next cutscene anyway. Now, how the two detectives get down so fast and are still able to keep a tail on this guy, don't really know. Did they jump and not break their legs? Was the lift working? Okay, so in this part of the game, you control the car. R2 to accelerate, L2 to brake, steer it. Now, I do fail first time around because I hit a truck and I just couldn't quite get around him. I think this part's coming up now. Ah, yes, because just at that split second just before the game paused, and that kind of threw me off, and so I was hoping, yeah. Now I think I get the game over message. Right, here we go. Yeah, as I was playing this on my PC, it didn't quite. That little lag cost me the game. So here we go. Slide across the car. Gus is out of control. Lights and sirens.
You got pursuit training, right?
Yeah. Maintain distance. Try not to kill him.
Get on. This is what I'm stop now. Head north on Mateo. Requesting backup. Turn
Yes.
left on Crocker from Mateo. Intersection clear.
Now they can hit the truck. There we go. Clear. Across the corner. Too bad if there's any pedestrians in the way. But luckily all those bins he's knocking over gives us a good clue as to where he actually is. Just in case we lose him. Break a hole in the wall. Alright, just keep on. Yeah, this part's pretty cool. I like that. As I said, this implementation of the battle, I think it's called Frostbite, the engine that EA uses in the Battlefield series of games. Yeah, Battlefield 4, nah.
Wait till I get closer.
But yeah, Battlefield Hardline, yeah, I like it. I've played this game a couple of times. Oh, hello. Blew his tyres out. Now, this part here. Right, so you can see his airbags. His airbags work. Arrest him. Now, I don't know if I'd be treating a crash victim so roughly.
Oh, you heard this before, huh?
And how he's able to, yeah, survive. Yep, Nick Gonzalez. So the motion capture and the animation, I quite like how it's done. It's really good. I haven't played, what is it, Battlefield Andromeda. That's not a Battlefield Andromeda. Oh, you know that. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, I'll try to find the name of the game. But yeah, all I'm trying to say is the facial animations in this game are pretty good. Like, it is presented a little bit cartoony, but yeah, no, it does the job. So, episode 1, back to school.
Suspects are dead and one remains in custody after a dramatic police raid of an Overtown hotel. This marks the 4th incident of apparent drug violence in Miami this week. We now go live downtown.
And here comes the trope of Mass Effect Andromeda. That's what it was. No, I haven't played Mass Effect Andromeda, but here we go. The trope of the
This is an ongoing investigation. That is my comment.
of the police detective walking through, just as, oh, look, there he is.
Oh, drug war, sir. Saw it on TV. It's like the 80s all over again. In fact, I'm gonna wear a white linen suit with the sleeves pushed up with a pink t-shirt. In the meantime, started doing special detail. Detectives Mendoza Dow, my office.
Yes, my office now. So, trope of the angry cop.
You two know each other?
Sort of.
Good. I'm making you partners.
Trope of the two partners forced together.
Mendoza, you recovered several kilos of cocaine today. Congratulations. So tell me, why does coke get stamped?
Maker's mark, to prove it came uncut from the source.
That's correct. And your coke had a stamp we haven't seen before. Your catch of the day claims you got it from Tyson Latchford, with whom Detective Dow has had several run-ins. I want you two to bring him in for a little chat.
Sir, Mendoza's last run in the field, no offense, was a total clusterfuck.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
You're gonna get along great. Dismissed.
Now, in this part of the game, the character development actually works quite well. You get a little bit of the backstory into Mendoza.
You know, for the record, I was following Stoddard's lead in that hotel room.
I'm sure you were. But no excuses, Detective.
It's not an excuse. Just context.
Now, the
what's the
presentation
story with Tyson
of what I'm going to assume is downtown Miami that's been ravaged by
Guys you busted,
poverty and
Tyson's
drugs
way out of their league.
is actually quite
Sometimes
hard
he
hitting.
slips freebies to his old hood
You
rat
can see
pals.
the cars aren't that flash.
Let's
The
go
houses are really
Reading my mind, Detective.
nothing special.
So hey, watch yourself tonight. This drug war's no joke.
Don't have to tell me. Lost 2 friends in the last 6 months. Patrolmen.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Miami's gone to shit.
Well, that's what we do, right? Clean up the shit.
That you love being a cop.
Hey, your windshield's dirty. Let me get that.
Oh, Christ,
Oh,
this
so
guy.
he already knows they're officers just by looking at the car. That's, I suppose, if they're trying to be undercover or at least discreet.
It's just,
The fact that the window washer can pick up.
Sorry, man.
He's a capitalist.
When I'm on duty.
Okay. All right, well, officer, you take care of the neighborhood. Be safe. All right. Asshole!
You know, the neighborhood I grew up in isn't too far from here.
Really? Rags to riches, huh?
Let me guess. You're from South Beach.
Now, I don't want to get into
No way.
a speech
LA,
about,
actually.
oppression
Orange
and
County.
poverty and all that kind of stuff. But
So, riches to rags?
yeah, it
Yeah, something like that.
just strikes me how blunt they present it
It's probable cause, numbnuts. I don't
in this kind in this game.
Hey,
I grew up
Guzman.
in
What you got there?
It's our old pal Hugs.
some slightly rough areas.
Trunk full of that hotshot shit.
Hugs. Where's your friend, Tap?
And yeah, one of the things that marks a
Yeah, you see
a
them?
lower class or a working class area is the housing.
Crew over there on 12th Street.
Thanks, Guzman. Appreciate it.
Nice
So I'll
locate,
give,
detective.
in terms of the story of this game, yeah, it's well presented. Doesn't pull punches, as you can hear plenty of swearing.
So you grew up here, but you weren't born in Miami, though, right?
Nope. In Havana.
Really? How'd you get out?
With my mother. She's one tough
You
lady.
can hear, yeah, small conversations.
Wouldn't know. Haven't seen him in like 20 years.
Non-playable
Get the fuck
characters.
away from him.
He's still in Cuba?
If I had to guess, he's probably dead. Which would be fine by me.
Sounds like a real gentleman.
Oh, he was a real something, all right.
So yeah, being a police officer,
I didn't have proof of service. I mean,
they're brave.
how the hell I'm
Those,
supposed to
yeah.
have proof of service if I don't know where to get
I get the feeling that being a policeman is sometimes a thankless job, but thank God for, well,
Hey, slow
a metaphorical God
Okay.
for those people who put themselves on the line for our safety.
It doesn't fucking fit.
good luck, ma'am.
Fuck you! You want me to call for backup, Mendoza?
CP will probably send in the
I
SWAT
like
team.
that's good.
Come on, we roll up on wheels and we spook the whole neighborhood.
This is 13. We're exiting the vehicle.
The city blocked off the projects, so there's only one way out.
All it does is piss people off.
Which, yeah, I don't know if that's really civil-minded
The guy we're looking
town
for
planning.
slings around here.
Like, why? Why would you want to deliberately cut off a portion of your own citizens' access to public infrastructure?
I didn't do nothing, officer. Come on.
But yeah, maybe America is just this special case where rights aren't always respected. Now I say that as an Australian, where so in this part of the game you get to walk around and you follow your partner on foot, walking a few blocks to.
I assume you know the
You can crouch.
Yeah, but I haven't been here in a while. I'll follow your lead.
Good way of getting out of not knowing your neighbourhood. So as you walk up to some of the NPCs,
Thomas, don't make me check your pockets, because I know what I'll find.
Sure do.
Ruben,
they say some
put a
witty
leash on
things.
this guy and get that in a bag.
I don't really have a bag. I don't have a bag.
Now, some of the NPCs are, as you can see, are well presented. But yeah, if the game designers wanted to
Careful, Mendoza.
say, you know, drug neighborhood, they've done a very good job of it.
You go first.
Now, one of the problems I have with the Frostbite engine is that the game limits you to where you can move your character. Like, so if you walk up to a character, you can freeze them. So you can see in the bottom left where that dark blue
Miami PD.
area
Got
is,
some questions.
if you accidentally go out of the area, like I'm going to do here,
He's my new partner,
you'll see the game act.
We're here to play
Well, look, return to the crime scene.
Waiting, Mendoza.
Even though you're only like 5 meters away from the. So, in the later levels, there's actually one part where you have to enter a warehouse without being caught. And I thought, geez, I'll be clever. Oh, here we go. He's handcuffing him.
Tell me where Tap is, and we walk away.
Protect and serve my ass, man. He's on the couch tonight, okay?
That's all I needed to hear. Come on, Mendoza.
And
You can't
he's.
keep getting away with this shit. I know my rights.
What, we're just gonna leave him there?
Yeah, we're just
Sure,
going to leave from
smart.
there.
No, but I'm sure he tried to kill an undercover last year. Fuck him.
Yeah, so in one of the later levels, you have to
He might not be there for long.
get into a warehouse without being seen, and yeah, I accidentally found out that there's certain areas that you're supposed to stay in and can't go around. So that kind of kills the ingenuity of the game. It's like, well, why not just make the
Stay back.
area a bit bigger? And
Come on, this way.
oh, here we go. Yes, my PC had some recording issues right around now.
You're not gonna tell anyone we're doing this, right, partner?
Doing what, detective?
Attaboy.
Now, whatever your thoughts are on
Okay,
cops doing slightly underhanded things to bring perpetrators to justice. So,
I got it.
yes, as you can see, they're opening people's gates and
Thank you, kind.
casually strolling through.
Sorry about that clusterfuck comment, by the way. Sounds like it was a real mess.
It was.
But you handled it.
Thanks.
What's your read on Stoddard anyway? We weren't partners long.
started to pull, and the world's his china shop.
So we're getting closer and closer to drug dealing central. So, as I said, the aesthetics, yeah, they.
Remember, this is Tap's turf. If anyone sees us, they'll tell him we're coming. We need to keep a low profile.
They present it really well. Now, because it's so dark, I had a little bit of trouble trying to find where I was supposed to go. There we go. Sneak across. Watch it, you're not caught. Now, one of the things I like about this game is the ability to throw out a shell to distract. Oh, there you go, autosave.
Throw something to distract him.
Yep, so press the touchpad to throw a distraction. So you've actually got infinite shells to throw. So you could just keep on throwing. You've only got so many bullets, but you somehow have infinite shells from the bullets to throw. Anyway, that's sorry for being logical. So yes, the projects. Now, in this play of the game, I mucked up the takedown of the suspect. You'll see.
Yeah, I got this.
So you throw distraction. So you'll see that, yeah, distract him again, draw him out. Oh look,
can you open the door?
that white. Whoops, I got caught. There, go back again. So folly partner. Go the guy. Without revealing too much in the way of spoilers, you know, obviously some of the good guys are the bad guys, and the bad guys become good guys, and some corrupt police get found, and it ends up with a big shootout on a private island with the bad guy and all his goons. Yeah, no arrest, just punch him in the back of the head. Now trying to find where his mate was. Like we've got the mini map down there, and he just stupidly stays there. I could probably come in with a marching band, and he would just stand there going, "Oh yeah, okay." Yep, punch him in the head. Let's go interrogate our friend. Now, this conversation you overhear is a little talk about Scientology.
This explosive volcano, it swirls around for a little while, and then you get these thetans.
Yep, thetans. Oh, come on, talk about Scientology, man. I was enjoying.
Evening, Tap. Don't run, because I will chase you. We're looking for Tyson.
You her new partner? She do that karate for you yet?
I study Krav Maga. Karate's mystical bullshit.
You are a trip.
Tap and Tyson grew up together. White guys who got a taste for the hood. Tap never left.
Stand up. Hands on your head.
Hey, Tyson, Tap, where is he?
A lot of people looking for Tyson. You watch the news, right? Dude's laid low. Life expectancy in the game ain't so good right now.
Yeah, we were hoping you could give us some insight into that.
Above my pay grade, Fidel.
Oh, nice Cuban dig. Now, why the magical unconscious handcuffs don't work on him,
You just get bored.
I don't know, but yeah.
Tab. I am shocked, buddy.
Yeah, I got a subscription for that. Oh.
I know you got warrants. I know you keep your coke around the corner under the dumpster. I know little man who just ran off is probably moving it right now. And seriously, that kid is way too young to be doing this shit. So yeah, we have to take you in for possession. We will.
What do you want me to do?
And so begins the next part of the game. Yeah, so the animations are somewhat realistic
It fits.
in that slightly comical.
Say something.
Now, I'm just about to end the game here, but
Hey, knucklehead. You're not Benedict Arnold, and this isn't snitch work. Walk in, verify.
this part of the game you get your super duper police scanner. So press R1 to equip your scanner.
Make fine tap with your scanner.
Oh yes, boss. And hold X to analyze. So yes, the magical police scanner knows where the evidence is. That's interesting. Anyway, I've been Damien, the Quite Rational Gaming Dad. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.